from India. Please tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay, my name is Ashraf. I'm from Syria. I have I graduated from Tartus University English Department year 2016, and then I have taught in the same faculty for 2 years. After this, I have went to Gujarat, Rajkot, here in India to pursue my master's in English literature. And then here I am now in Chennai doing my PhD in English literature, specifically comparative literature studies. I have interest in writing short stories, freestyle poetry, and I have a particular interest in public speaking contest, as well as a hobby in motivational speaking, encouraging things. I've had my own YouTube channel in the past, but then it had to be deleted for some reasons. Right now I'm in India and I feel like comfortable being here. And well, here I am chatting with you.
Okay. It's good to hear that you are in India and you are doing your further studies.
Yes.
What is your subject in PhD?
Well, you see, we have like 3 subjects. One of them you'll have to make according to your own theses works. That is the topic that you have chosen. And the other 2, they are basics for your research purposes. For example, research methodology is there, that's for sure. And then you have something related to general knowledge that you should know as a literature major. That is something related to language, history of language, something about Plato, the history of English literature, criticism, Shakespearean drama, and also something related to Indian literature as well. That is Mahabharata, Ramayana, and the rest of the figures that you already know. Yes.
Very good.
Yes.
So, what is the goal in your life? What you want to become? As you said that you are doing PhD, so your goal is to become professor or something else?
Yes, I'm actually very much interested in the academics. I want to be, actually, I've enjoyed my experience as a lecturer. I want to pursue that. But also I want to develop a career in writing, as in I want to carry on writing novels in the future, inshallah, and I would like to publish some of my books, have my own publication schedule going on. And that's the purpose that I'm actually having in mind.
Okay, that's very good. So what is the difference between your country and in India? Both are the same culture or something different? Because you are living here, so you have idea.
Yes, well, you see, Asian countries have the same kind of standards in one way or the other, although different cultural backgrounds, but somehow the same one way or the other. You see, I'm more comfortable somehow in India right now, as in I would like to establish my future abroad, that is outside of Syria. India is a good beginning. Perhaps it will be somewhere that I would be settling for some time. Maybe afterwards I'll be moving on someplace else. But other than that, I enjoy staying in India, actually. For that is, I have more liberty as a scholar to do my academic stuff and to enjoy my time with my classmates, with my colleagues within, in the PhD program, as in, we encourage each other to do better and better.
That's very great. So tell me a little bit about your country. What one thing is different?
I'm sorry, could you repeat the question?
Yeah. I'm saying, can you explain the difference between your country? Like food is same? I don't think so. Food is totally different, I think.
No, actually, you see, when it comes to food, Syria doesn't use that much spices. Not that I hate spicy food. I actually love it. You know, I'm just saying that we don't use that much spice. Mostly, a Syrian palate is more used to lemon juicy kind of taste. You see, that is, we add the lemon juice to most of our food, also to certain types of soup, to our salads. Okay, in India we don't have that. You see, in India, there is different types of spices. There is the biryani is also different. We have the same biryani, but instead in Syria, we call it makluba. And we add something else to it. We have other ingredients like aubergine, a baked aubergine, and also some, mature almonds to it. Aside from that, yeah, there are differences in food. Mostly the spices are not that much there, actually. Yeah, and the shawarma also is different, as in we add the pickles as well. We in India there aren't like many like there are pickles, but it's not like they would serve it much in restaurants to sandwiches, like unless you're buying from Subway. Yeah. Actually, to talk about my experience in Gujarat, you see, Gujarat is way in the north. Okay, to be more specific, it's like in the somehow clingy towards the western part of India. The food there is like somehow the same, except the pani puri here is a little bit more delicious. And other than that. Maybe the climate. The climate is a little bit more like Syrian type climate there. Yeah, the climate there is a little bit more like in Syria. The climate is somehow, every season would have its own liberty to the extreme. That is, if it's cold, it's cold. If it's hot, it's hot. You see. In Gujarat, it's somehow a little bit the same. But here, the rain is much more. It's like heavier. Okay, and you can't even stay in the room unless you turn the fans on. Otherwise, you feel like you're suffocating. But it brings a little bit more comfort being in the south than being in the north for some reason. Me personally speaking. Perhaps the PhD experience itself is full of mature thoughts and a better understanding and perspective of your own experiences as a person. That's why you find it different and you find it more enjoyable somehow. So that's my own opinion about the matter. But yes, this is how I would assess the whole thing. Yeah.
Okay. So in Syria, what is the language, first language?
Arabic. That is only Arabic. Okay. Standard Arabic is not really that much used. That is, we don't speak the classical Arabic anymore. So it's more like a regular, random type of Arabic. Because so many conquering, so many invasions over the years. So language has now so many interventions coming inside of it. So it's not the same as it was in the past. But we read standard Arabic when we read in holy books, like in the Quran, maybe in the Bible somehow. So yes, but mainly only Arabic, not English.
Okay. Yeah. So nowadays, everyone learn English communication skills. They want to develop. So what is the would you like to give one trick to learn communication skill? How people learn communication skills very easily?
Well, the way I would go for it and the way I would advise my students, or I used to, as someone who used to teach in the Higher Institute of Languages, is that, whatever path you choose to learn the language, you choose a path that is more suitable to your liking. So, for example, you enjoy learning from movies. Okay, then go ahead and do it. You enjoy learning from watching some football matches, you hearing commentary, and you feel like, okay, that's something that is giving you the whole initial interest. Let me say that, initial interest in the whole thing. Okay, some people find it more enjoyable to learn from video games as a motivation in the first place. Okay, so you choose your motivation first to how you want to involve yourself into the language. But then you develop that interest to serve more into what works out for your career as you move on to it, you see. So you don't just keep yourself stuck there. You move on to read more books. You educate yourself reading from now with this whole technology thing. You can have newspaper application on your phone. You can just go ahead and read and learn some sports terminologies, political terminologies, and many other different fields. That way, step by step, you can just improve yourself. Notice that you have 4 skills. That is, you cannot just leave one skill learned and without the other. So that is, you have to develop your reading skills, writing skills, listening skills, speaking skills. You have to train yourself to hear different accents, because you may not find people speaking your own accent. So listening, speaking would be so much helpful for you to just have a better communication skills and to just involve yourself in whatever situation you have. That way, I can ensure a better communication skill for everyone. And if they are just having the main interest developed in the first place, because if you don't have interest, as Shakespeare said in one of his plays, The Taming of the Shrew, there is this particular statement. I kept it in my head, always stuck in there. No learning is done where no pleasure is taken. You see, no profit grows where no pleasure is taken. So you have this pleasure in whatever you're doing. You should have that initial pleasure, this motivation, the thing that motivates you to learn even more. Only then you'll be having a better, productive, and ensured learning process. That's what I think.
That's true. That's true. I think you explained very well how anyone can improve their communication skills. You can't only depend in reading or writing. You have to do all the 4 simultaneously, as you said. It's absolutely right. And apart from that, so many people are not fond of reading, writing, so they can go for watching. All kind of things also available. So many people are not that much educated, isn't it? So they can adjust according to their need. Very perfect. So in your country, which is the famous place? Famous place. If I visit, if in future if I visit there, so which place you recommend that I have to go there?
Well, you see, every place is memorable in its own way, because every city has its own history. Syria is a great place, I should say. It's like, so Damascus is like the one of the it's like the 4th oldest capital in the whole world. And the coastal areas of Syria are like so much amazing, and my city itself is very, very beautiful. And I'm not saying that in a subjective way. It is very beautiful. Everything about Syria, food, the people there, everything is just so amazing. It's only the crisis that happened, started from 2011, that maybe made things a little bit, I would say, like it's created that kind of a twinge. But other than that, it's a very beautiful place. And wherever you visit, you'll find pleasure. Trust me about this. And it will be great actually to have you one day visiting our country, so that you can try Syrian food and you have fun intermingling with the people over there. You will like it. I'm sure of that.
As you said that Syria is a Muslim country, isn't it? So
No, in Syria, oh, I'm sorry, there is now a blackout. It's out of our hands, actually. It happens every now and then.
okay, no problem. So okay, I think I'm very happy. I'm very glad that you
Yes,
give your precious time.
Yeah, but let me answer your question. The answer is no. It's not entirely a Muslim country. Syria is not, I wouldn't say like Saudi Arabia that everyone is a Muslim or everyone is like, no. Syria has different religions. We have Muslims, we have Christians. In certain parts, we have some bit of Jews. We have intermingling and loving nature between each and every sect and religion, one way or the other. There is respect, there is good communication, nothing wrong in that perspective. And yes, you'll be welcomed as a person to come there and join and, like visit us one day.
So in Syria, women are also educated, or they have some kind of.
The notion of getting women married at an early age is also there in Syria as well. But that doesn't mean that at some point women will have to stop their education just because they were married. Well, that's more of a subjective kind of a thing. So that thing depends on the girl. But the girl decides to choose whether she wants to pursue, whether she wants to, just end her education whenever she wants. So there is liberty in that perspective, and no issue with that. And she will also be supported by her husband, her in-laws. No one would just object to that matter because thankfully minds are very mature in that perspective.
So it's very great to hear that. Okay. It's very, very wonderful talk to you, and I hope in future we will talk again. And I'm very glad that you give your precious time to me.
Pleasure is all mine. Thank you so much.
Okay, then, Khuda Hafiz, and bye, good night. You are
Bye.
saying Khuda Hafiz? Is it there or it's something different?
What was the word you said?
Khuda Hafiz.
Oh, I think you meant to say Allah Hafiz, which means, you have the blessing of God, be safe by Allah. So it's Allah Hafiz, okay? It's more used here in, in Tamil more than in Syria. In Syria, we say bi amanillah or Allah ma'ak, which means the same thing, but only different pronunciation, different thing to be said, different expression, I should say.
Okay, that's what you said. Would you like to repeat? In India, we are saying Allah Hafiz or Khuda Hafiz, isn't it? Instead of good boy, those who are Muslim, they are saying. So in
Yes.
Syria?
Yeah, it's actually Allah Hafiz in India and Tamil Nadu, the way I've noticed. In Syria, we say, if you want to say goodbye in that particular fashion, expressing the same thing, you say to that other person, Allah ma'ak, which means the same thing. Okay?
Allah ma'ak.
Yeah, it means may Allah be with you. Okay? Or may Allah, protect you in one way or the other. It means the same thing, but the expression is different. That's the whole difference.
Okay. Nice to talk to you. I'm very, very happy. Thank you for giving your precious time. Thank you once again.
You're welcome.
Bye.